Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just had a little bit of a problem trying to get a charged battery. I need to do a charging session on the rest of them. But we are back on the model farm for another episode. It's been a little while since we've been on here. Just a few weeks probably. But straight away, as you can see, we've got all the cattle of it at these top fields now. This will be their last grazing fields. They'll be in this field. They've probably got another week in here. It's quite a big field, and then they'll move on to here. It's a bit smaller, so they'll probably be on here for about a week in total, whereas they've been in there for about a week and a half by the end. And then they'll be back over inside the main shed. But they have got the Land Rover out getting the cattle in for milking, as you can see. Got some fencing gear in the back of there, a bit like I was today. And you might be able to see some of the newer cows. It's not very easy to see. As I said, I went to Toy Track before and I brought some cattle there. There's only 2 in here, the rest of them still in my other cattle pile, because obviously there's not a lot of space here. But we've got one here. It's quite a clean looking cow. So that's a very well preserved cow is what I'd say. A not so well preserved version of that is this. It's missing an ear, and the paint's starting to go on it quite a bit. So yeah, you can see the difference. That one I've had a long time, whereas that one must have been kept in very well, neat condition, basically not even used maybe. And the other one is over here. This is like an Ayrshire. This is the only one I got of this breed, but this one's eaten. And then I have got, that's the only one I brought of that breed, but I did always have just one. So originally you could have brought probably a pair of those in like a set that you can buy. You know, you can buy those ones with those ones and that sort of stuff. But I thought I'd get some because I didn't want that one to be lonely. I could have bought more, but they were a little bit expensive, that one, so I thought I'd just leave it. And you'll see the others when they're probably inside. But you also notice we've got the bull out with the cattle. He's been out with them quite a while since they've been down the fields, ready to do some winter and spring calving. So yeah, the Massey's just parked there, blocking the way into the house. They don't go in the house, and the other guys just stood there so they don't run down the road and get into the town, which would not be good. Most of the Fords are all parked up in there. We've got the 7000 and the 27810s, and some of the grass equipment in there. Golf's there. 66 is parked up. Still got the TW in there. I've seen at Toy Track that they're going to release a new 8210 Ford, which it's not too much difference to this, to be honest. Obviously different stickers, but yeah, it's not too much difference. I am thinking about replacing this one with that. I've had this. This is like my first Ford I ever got, and yeah, I probably will keep it, but I probably would just, you know, you won't see it as much maybe. The equipment shed is all pretty much fully packed. Mows away for the winter now. The bale lift the same. Trailer might get used for some muck maybe. Cattle trailer will get used a bit for some heifers and in-calf heifers and stuff like that. And the thing is, the plough is over there. Yeah, we come around here. That's still growing there. Silage clamp's still looking its full self. We've got some other tyres on there just because we had some extra space on there. Plus, those were some tyres over the other farm from an old tractor that we had that went for scrap. Baler and that buck rake's parked up with the silage bales, and the Ford is just parked up there blocking the gap to the pit. So then obviously that the cow can obviously get into there for milking. So yeah, the Ford is parked up in there, silage trailer, and that first spreader's in there. That'll have to come out when they start getting close to calving time. I am thinking of building some more sheds myself. That was the first shed I built. I mean, I haven't made another one, but that was ages ago, and it was sort of just like a rectangle shape, bit basic and plain. But that was like my first sort of attempt. Yorkshire boarding, quite a bit of everything. Gates, roof, everything, you know. Didn't turn out too bad, but I'd like to do some more sort of stuff, a bit more like this. This is one that I brought off of Model Farmer 6710, obviously. Great guy. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. I sort of tried to copy it a little bit. I made a few mistakes. I went a bit too high at the front. I did say to my dad, go a bit smaller, but he's like, oh no. One thing I should have done is maybe I could have put on a little piece of card at the front there, like that there. Just cover up that, you know, maybe see the screws, and it might just look a bit better. The Yorkshire boarding didn't turn out too bad. Maybe a little bit long. Also, they were probably a bit too wide for Yorkshire boarding. Maybe I should have picked something a bit different. But it wasn't too bad in general. The gate didn't turn out that bad as well. It's not bad for a little pen and a shed. But obviously it's like just one cow at a time. But still, I could probably turn that into a calving pen as well. If I wanted to, which I might do in the winter because it'll be getting very congested. Probably split that into two, thinking about it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see until we get calving. But